And it's probably a really bad mentality to have because I do have to go through labor and delivery. You know, you're supposed to be like training for a marathon, but I just don't want to. Hey y'all, welcome to Glory in the Mundane. My name is Brittany. I do videos on this channel twice a week, all about homeschooling, homemaking, motherhood, and biblical womanhood. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new here, I hope that you will stick around and consider subscribing. I am 22 weeks and 2 days pregnant with baby number 4. This is my 4th pregnancy. We do have 5 total in our family. My husband has an adult son who has since moved off onto his own. So this will be the 5th sibling in our family, but my 4th pregnancy. So I am, if you see me looking down, I've got all my notes here so I don't get off track. So I am pregnant with a baby girl. This will be the 2nd baby girl in our family. She is about the size of an ear of corn. We have already picked a name. Her name will be Martha Lucille. I mentioned that in a previous video. It was my husband's grandmother's name and his aunt's name and his sister's name. And well, they were all Marthas, but his grandmother was Martha Lucille. And so she will be Martha Lucille, but she will go by Lucy. So we had an ultrasound last week at 21 weeks, and Lucy was measuring 13 ounces, and she had a heart rate of 146. So she's right on track, right where she's supposed to be. She was transverse on the ultrasound, which means she was laying sideways along my belly, and which is not uncommon. My first daughter was like that too. She, for the whole 2nd trimester, basically lived laying in my pelvis. It was not comfortable. Thankfully, the past couple of days, Lucy has decided to flip, and so she is, I can't tell if she's head down or head up, but she's at least vertical now, so she is not diagonal across me. She is kicking a lot. I feel movement all the time. She is especially active at night. Let's see, Callum has felt her move. Mark, my husband, has felt her move. And I think that's about it. Matt keeps asking, but every time I go to put his hand on my belly, she stops. And for those who are new, Matt is my 11-year-old, and then Callum is my 4-year-old, Kaylin is my 2-year-old, and then she is due on Kaylin's 3rd birthday. And so, okay, I think that covers pretty much everything about her. So my symptoms are that I've been really tired lately, just very tired. But I'm pretty positive that I have a vitamin D deficiency. I came into this pregnancy with a hormonal imbalance already. I had really low progesterone, and I had a supplement to make up for that, but I also had a very high vitamin D deficiency. And so I'm assuming that as she, you know, that it's only gotten worse since getting pregnant. And so I have already ordered a vitamin D supplement. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. So hopefully that will help, and it'll get me back on track, and maybe my energy level will come back up for a little bit before I hit the 3rd trimester. Let's see. So I've also been having back pain already. I know it's really early, but I have a herniated disc. So my family has we just naturally have really poor bones. Again, I think it's the whole it might have something to do with being the vitamin D deficient. I don't know, but we have really bad bones. And so the way that, this is going to get a little TMI for a second. The way that my uterus lays, so if this is your spine, your uterus is supposed to lay that way. It's supposed to naturally tilt that way. Mine tilts that way. So as baby grows, it pushes against my spine. And in my first pregnancy, it actually pushed so much that I ended up with a herniated disc. And so each pregnancy, it's progressively gotten worse. And now it's to the point that I'm only 22 weeks and I'm already having like, I get clicking sounds in my back where the disc is like rubbing up against itself or some, I don't know how all of that works, but it's pretty painful. So I'm looking into getting a maternity belt. So hopefully that will help take some of the pressure off, but I'm a little nervous for how it's going to be a little further on because it's pretty painful now. I have had really bad acne this pregnancy, which with my first daughter, I had really bad acne. My two sons, my skin was beautiful. And this time, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm a teenager again. I'm just breaking out all over the place. But I've been, let's see, I guess I'll go ahead and get the bad out of the way. I've been a little hormonal. I say a little, my husband might say a lot. I've been very emotional, like I'll just randomly feel like crying for absolutely no reason. And so that's been fun. So I've been trying to just take it easy and not, when I'm getting kind of emotional, I'll try to step away from everybody, or I'll let people know, you know, like my kids, I'll get them occupied on something else so I can just go have a moment and then come back. But yeah, it's all the fun parts of pregnancy, but on to good stuff. So my sleep is still really great. I've not had any trouble sleeping. I am not having any heartburn yet, which is really awesome for me. I normally have heartburn by this point, and now that I've said it, I'm going to have it like next week, so we'll just see. But so far, no heartburn. So, and I've been just absolutely starving, which is terrible because I have already, let's see, I went into this pregnancy, I had gained like 10 pounds or so over Christmas, and I was working to get that off, and then we managed to get pregnant, and now I have since gained like 20 more. So I'm much heavier than I normally am already, and the fact that I am starving all the time now, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna be the size of a bus whenever she gets here, but that's okay. I am trying to work a little bit better, be a little bit better about drinking more water and, you know, trying to eat better. And then I've been trying to force myself to exercise. I know that in my second pregnancy, that was the one I was my healthiest, and I wasn't really eating fantastic, but I was exercising about 5 days a week and doing squats and everything, and that was the only labor I've ever been able to do without pain medication. So I'm hoping that if I can get myself going and get back into shape, then I can go this time without pain medication again. That is my plan. So here's to hoping. Okay, so I think that's all of my symptoms. We're actually pretty prepared for her already. I know I'm only 22 weeks, but with this being my fourth experience of having a newborn, we are very minimalistic. We do not have a bunch of stuff. I literally am looking at all of the stuff that we have. Well, that's not true. I mean, but we have, the only other thing that's not in this room, like in this tiny little space right here, is our co-sleeper. My husband built a co-sleeper with the second, with Callum. He built me this beautiful wooden co-sleeper, and that's what we have used for each baby so far after Callum. And so that's out in our room in our garage, but we've got, so we have a swing, we have a baby bath insert, and then, you know, we've just got little things, but I'm very minimalistic. You know, I feel like by the time you have your fourth, you really realize what all you actually need and how much you actually don't need. So I have a list. I think the only thing that I still need is I still need a boppy, because I just find them very helpful. I don't know why. I thought that by this time I would just be like, yeah, whatever, but I actually really like my boppy. And I got rid of a lot of my stuff because we weren't going to have a fourth, and then God changed my mind and changed my heart, and here we are. I want some more traditional swaddles, just like 1 or 2 more, and I would really like to get like the really stretchy, like the copper pearl swaddles. Let's see, I need a couple of muslin blankets because I have never thrown any of my muslin blankets away, but somehow they have all gone missing. I have, I think, 2 more. I have bought one pack with Callum and 1 pack with Kaylin because I didn't know about them with Matt, but I love the muslin blankets. I don't use them to swaddle. I just use them as little throw blankets or spit up blankets, or just blankets to just, they're good little blankets. And I am down to 1 blue one and 1 pink one, and that's it. And Kaylin still uses her pink one. She actually likes to nap with it. So I only have 1 that I can use. So I need some more. We need a few more clothing items. So my babies have been 7 pounds 3 ounces, 8 pounds 9 ounces, and then Kaylin was 7 pounds 13 ounces, somewhere around there. And so I've been all across the board. And so Matt was in newborn clothes for like a solid month, and Callum was in newborn clothes for like a week and a half. And then Kaylin was kind of in between. So I don't want to buy a whole bunch of clothes because I don't know where she's going to be at. So I bought enough newborn clothes to last about a week. And I think that's all the newborn clothes I'm going to get. I can always wash if necessary, you know, if we run low. But I might buy a couple things. Okay, sorry, I am having several interruptions. So I was talking about clothes. So I have about a week's worth, I think I've already said I've had about a week's worth of newborn clothes. I've got several 0 to 3 months, but I don't think I'm going to get anything else as far as newborn clothes. I'll probably get a few more 0 to 3 month things, but I don't even think I'm going to get that much for right now. Just because, like I said, I like to keep it to a bare minimum. I don't like having a bunch of stuff. Clutter makes me crazy. Let's see, what else? So then obviously we need things like diapers. I still need to get in contact with our insurance and check on getting a breast pump because I got rid of mine because we weren't gonna have any more babies. And so I still need one of those. But I do want to have a couple of bottles on hand because just for somebody else to feed her, and in case we ever want to go out or anything like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all that we need. And I can't think of anything else to update on. We're all just really excited. Callum is like freaking out. He cannot wait. He asks me constantly how much longer until she gets here, and he is extremely impatient. He loves babies. He would sit and hold a baby for hours if you let him. He loves babies. So he is probably the most excited. And yeah, I think that's it. So I am too close to the camera here, so I am going to, at the end of this, insert, at the end of this, it's late, I'm tired. At the end of this, I'll film the belly shot, but I will insert it now so that you can see, and I am feeling pretty darn massive. I'm not sure if I really am. I'll have to compare it to how I was with Kaylin. I know I'm a lot bigger than I was with Callum, but I'm not sure if I'm bigger than I was with Kaylin or not, which is bad because I started out lower in weight than I was whenever I got pregnant with Kaylin. I'm just kind of like, there's a good possibility this could possibly be our last baby. I've been having so many health issues that there's a good possibility that it's going to be the last one. So I'm like, I don't even feel like trying. And it's probably a really bad mentality to have, because I do have to go through labor and delivery, and you know, you're supposed to be like training for a marathon, but I just don't want to. And I'm like, you know what? Like, Mark brought home some apple fritters yesterday, and they were delicious. And I just don't even care anymore. I know, that's bad. I should care. I'm going to try to care. We're going to try. So anyway, so I am rambling because I am a little sleepy. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, I hope that you will consider subscribing. I do all kinds of videos on homeschooling. I've already mentioned this, you know, but I have started doing meal planning videos, pregnancy updates, you know, baby stuff, parenting in general, you know, a lot about, my hope is to get more into biblical womanhood and what all of that means. And so I hope that you will consider sticking around and joining us in our crazy little community. So I hope that you'll have a fantastic day, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.